The scoop went to one of the news channels the Kremlin funds, the Salisbury suspects, saying their weekend trip was for tourism and not for an assassination attempt, according to the channel's own translation.
You really look like the pictures shown to us by the UK. Who are you?
We are those who were shown to you in the pictures, Ruslan Boshirov and Alexander Petrov.
Are those your real names?
Yes, they are our real names.
Just two young men with an interest in the cathedral, they said, and so they crossed a continent to see it. They know all the key facts.
What were you doing there?
Our friends had been suggesting for a long time that we visit this wonderful town.
Salisbury? A wonderful town?
Yes.
There's the famous Salisbury Cathedral, famous not only in Europe, but in the whole world. It's famous for its 123-meter spire. It is famous for its clock, the one of the first ever created in the world that's still working.
They said they cut short their sightseeing trip because of the bad weather in the town. And it certainly was a cold weekend.
We naturally were going there to see the Stonehenge, Old Sarum and the cathedral. But it didn't work out because of this slush. The whole city was covered with slush.
So you only spent an hour in Salisbury?
On March 3rd, yes. That's because it was impossible to get anywhere.
What about the next day?
On March 4th, we went back there because the snow melted in London and it was warm.
It was sunny.
The British weather had frustrated them. The Muscovites returned home. But there, it was minus 10 degrees and had been snowing heavily.
So while you were in Salisbury, did you go anywhere near the Skripal's home?
Maybe. We don't know.
I don't, do you?
Do you know where the house is?
If we knew where it's located, maybe we did.
Well, maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I'd never heard about them before this nightmare started. And I'd never heard this name before. I didn't know anything about them.
And what of the bottle of counterfeit designer perfume, which British prosecutors say was adapted to spray the Novichok?
Why would a man have women's perfume in his bag?
Even an ordinary person would have such questions. Why would a man need perfume for women?
But the British government insists the suspects were sent by Russian intelligence, the GRU, and that Moscow has responded with obfuscation and lies. The security minister says the suspect's story is implausible.
GRU headquarters is 11 kilometres northwest of the Kremlin. It would have taken you and I a couple of minutes to go and find them, but they've been trotted out on telly with a cover story that doesn't really match. You know, best if they were kept quiet, and the more they open their mouth, the more they tarnish the GRU's reputation, I suspect.
Did he see the future? Or did Putin's request yesterday for the suspects to share their story tell us he's really in control? Today, as he watched military preparations, this verbal conflict continued. British officials believe Moscow's response has been bewildering, but they accept that might have been the point. Rohit Katru, News at 10.